and it does exactly what I need to do. Long off the tee, holds a lot of greens. I can easily spin it with the wedges. Performs very well. Okay. When the new ball came out, the Vero X1, I was skeptical because they say it's longer off the tee, but usually that means it's a harder cover. Well, it's not a harder cover. It's just as spinny as the Elixir, but it just pounces off the face. It is amazing. So I highly recommend it if you're looking for an extra couple yards off the tee and still want that same spin number that you get in your wedges and your irons and everything else. It is an awesome ball. Team Encore. See that? Got me for life.
For more information, their website is www.encoregolf.com. And be more with Encore.
Having a corporate or charity golf event? Backswing Golf Events can supply your tournament with personable, professional golfers to entertain and fundraise on the golf course. They can accommodate any size group, whether it be 3 players to 500. They are your team. From range lessons, Beat the Pro, and Pro-Am style roaming, they're making lasting memories one swing at a time. So make sure to check out backswinggolfevents.com or call us direct at 661-316-3093 and book your pros now. Welcome to On Par with Amanda. Thanks for joining in for another great week. If you didn't catch it in the opening segment, I am working construction. I'm back doing that for a little bit, so bear with me. I will not be in golf clothes most of the time, as I am just trying to fit you guys in my schedule to make sure that I get on par with Amanda and get you the gossip that you deserve from the golf world. This week, as you know, we've taken a few breaks from Mr. Bill, the golf father, Cuevas. This week, we're bringing him in, and we are going to have him join us for today's segment. So, hello, Mr. Golf Father.
Hola.
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 This week, I thought it was very fitting. Obviously, we're watching the Olympics. We've got a lot of going on with the golf world right now. But I wanted to touch on something that I wanted to see your opinion, and obviously our audience is going to have a huge opinion on this. So when I played professionally, I had a caddy the whole time. Anytime I went out and played, that caddy is part of my team. It's not just an equipment piece. It is someone that is there helping me from start to finish to be the best I can be, making decisions, doing these things. Mm-hmm. Should caddies, or should they not, receive a medal at the Olympics if they're player medals? Are they part of the team, and should they get a medal for it?
I because golf is so unique, I would say yeah. Because you have all these other things, those I don't even know what they're called, when they shuffle ice and make things go. And when they do things that I don't understand, everybody gets, it's like participation, right? Sure. Everybody gets a trophy. Sure. Well, the caddy, what does the caddy get out of it at this point in the Olympics? If he's working a job, right? So he gets the experience. Woohoo! That doesn't help really. Right. But if he brings home a medal like the person that he's caddying for, that could be huge.
Oh, like
you know what I mean?
Yep.
That makes the experience that much more worthwhile for 100%. Them. When you have a basketball team, right? Mm-hmm. Some people may never play.
Right.
But they get a gold medal if your team wins.
Yep.
Right?
100%.
So these things you got to do. Baseball. If everybody doesn't play, you still get
it.
So I agree. Why not give it to the caddy? The caddy's on the golf course, on the fairways, working just as
Right.
hard. He's not doing the shots, but he's working just as hard. He's the one that's gone out there, checked everything out. Oh, this is what this reads this reads that. Don't forget about this. Maybe you want to do this. So why not? I think, yeah.
I think that golf always falls in a category of its own. Like you said, it's a unique sport. So when we're talking about golf, it always gets kind of thrown and lumped into this like special side category where we don't really fit anywhere. But I agree with you. It relates so well to the idea that you're still a part of the team that got them there. So yeah, when a team wins and they all get rings for football or they all get rings for baseball, coaches and though all of those are
everybody.
part of the team. Yeah. And so I struggle that this isn't a thing already.
Yeah. I mean, how do they justify that?
How has this just gone on? And the fact that golf is in the Olympics, I think, is awesome. It's created a really cool dynamic outside of tour golf on the professional tour.
Yep.
I just don't understand how it's not a thing. And I saw a post from Ian Poulter who somebody had asked and said, I think caddies should receive a medal. And Ian Poulter said 1,000% I'm in agreement with this. I mean, how is this not changed already? How do we not hear more about this already? Because when I came across this question, I thought, I've actually never thought of that in that regard. Granted, I've never
because there's no money purse. That's Mr. Biggs. Mr. Biggs chimed in.
Yes, he chimed in. He said, yeah,
it's the least
because there's no money purse.
Yeah, and that's what we talked about. I mean, okay, yeah, I went to the Olympics. Did you win? Well, I participated, and the guy that I was with, he won the gold medal. All I did was walk with him, tell him sometimes, hey, that wind's coming this way. Maybe you should use that club. Right. Oh, when I walk this thing out, if you go a little bit to the right of that ball's going to come back in here. Or if you do this, you should. Remember when you went this way that time? He's his support.
Any player that has even taken a 4 caddy for the day, and you've been to a nice course and you've paid a 4 caddy, it's just a different experience than just going out and playing by yourself. And especially in competition, that person, I just had this conversation the other day where I played with a caddy. I never played for my college. So I played for an amateur tour, which we were allowed caddies. So I never had the opportunity to really play much by myself other than in high school. And so when the time came that I was traveling and my caddy wasn't available, I thought, I can do it without them, and got out there, and it's a very alone feeling. Very.
Yep. Oh, hold on a second. Biggs is chiming in. Maybe he should have joined us. Devil's advocate. Caddies do not get a trophy when their golfer gets a trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
But they get
the trophy is the paycheck.
10%. 10%. The paycheck.
So sorry, Mr. Devil.
Yeah,
you're wrong.
The pay. This is with no pay. I think it's a huge honor to be selected for the Olympics and to be there in the first place. And
you're
so
a
I
team.
think you're a team.
Regardless of what everybody. Golf is an individualized sport.
100%. You are a duo.
You're a duo when you go out there and stuff like that because you need that. That's why they fire them. That's why they hire them. That's why you got some guys that are playing with their brother. You got some guys that have their dad on the bag. You have them all. It falls from all kinds of umbrella.
You as a player to decide what is a best fit. And I think that's another challenge and why it makes it so special to play golf, because not only are you playing golf, but you have to make the right selections of your team. It's just like anything. Like in baseball, you have to have those positions covered. In football, you can't have a terrible wide receiver. And so it's same in golf. I have to have a caddy that's on my bag that is confident.
I'm going to play devil's advocate. Our boy back there that's hanging with the producer right now, when he goes and he does his umpiring thing, right? If you go inside his home, you will see a showcase of all the rings that he's gotten, right? He doesn't play baseball. He's the umpire, right? How come he gets a ring? That's the trophy. We'll ask him that when we do the next segment. How would he feel if he didn't get what he felt he deserved?
Well, and that's the thing. It is a team effort once again. Like in baseball, the coaches get a ring, and
everybody.
To be fair, the caddies get their pay, and the coaches get paid in golf to be there. So it is a little different. So I just think overall, golf is very unique, but it does have a lot of tie-ins across the board.
If you don't win in golf, right? If the player doesn't win, the caddy doesn't get 10%.
Right. Yeah.
I lose, you lose, right?
Yeah,
but
100%.
In the Olympics, you win, I win, you win on tour, I win.
I think it's important.
I think they should recognize them, even if they didn't go and say, okay, we're going to give you this gold medal. I was listening to what it is, and based on a percentage of pure silver and gold, the regular gold medal, because most of it is silver and it's plated with gold. So they average around $800 a piece. The silver, because it went under to 600, blah, 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 and all this other stuff, they were saying somewhere around $350, $400. The copper one, there's no silver in it. they don't even care how much it's worth at that point, right?
Hand them all out.
Hand them all out.
But yeah, I mean, as much money as the Olympics makes and brings in, I think handing out one extra medal is not going to be something that's
it's not going to break the bank. And you know what? If you feel like, okay, make it different. Give some kind of recognition, some kind of medal that says, hey, you didn't play the game, but you participated in the game. Your guy won gold, so here's something, even if it's like a smaller gold medal, just to acknowledge. I think something should be done.
Well, you heard it here, folks. Bill, the golf father Cuevas, has spoken. No, I am in agreement, and we'd love to hear what you guys have to say. So write into A. Robertson Golf at my IG, or write into Big's Golf Talk. We would love to hear your decision on whether or not caddies should get.
Do you know our new format, Miss Amanda?
No.
Well, our new format is that our clock that's ticking, right? We don't stop at 13 minutes. We stop at 15 now.
Oh, we're going to continue.
So, that's right.
This is like
so
the
what?
Extra bonus.
This is the bonus time, because
maybe
now
I was going to tell them to write into me for 2 minutes.
Yeah, but usually, you weren't going to do that. But I caught you. I fixed it.
I know you did fix it. Bonus question, Mr. Bill Cuevas. So if you're playing in the Olympics, and let's say you get selected for the team, you go to the Olympics, does your caddy still go through? Are there any changes with what you do with your caddy, or do you just keep everything the same, or do you treat it differently because it's the Olympics?
I think you still, those guys don't go on tour to lose. So I think they would, the quality, the way they played, and to have that, when have you, I can't remember watching any kind of PGA Tour event where you had 11 people finish, going for the bronze, for that third place. That's unheard of. So everybody automatically steps up the game. You had some that didn't make the practice rounds. So you would hope that some of the caddies did make it. And a lot of times the caddies, they'll go ahead before their player gets there. They'll walk everything out. They'll walk the greens. They'll check this. They'll check that. See condition. So I would say I say for the caddy, it would be just as stringent as when they're doing it on tour. And I think in the end, regardless of what they should have it.
The money element isn't there, but I think sometimes people like playing for their country
absolutely
is something that's a far greater than that. So
absolutely
I'm excited to see who is going to come out on top.
All right. Well, wrap it up, young lady.
All
It's
right.
time
Well,
to go.
officially, you can write into Big's Golf Talk or A Robertson Golf on Instagram. We'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Thanks, the Golf Father, for joining. And until next week, keep swinging for par.